All of you. It just got crazy. Imagine this. The son of Chrissy Lampkin is still missing. Who do you think is refusing to return him? Brooke Bailey is the one. This ugly issue just took a turn that no one anticipated, so this is not a drill. For example, how did we get here at all? Whispers at first, followed by Jim Jones' mother pouring tea outside, and now Brooke Bailey is involved in some baby-snatching mayhem. Why is she out here playing keep away with someone else's child as if it were a Fashion Nova handbag? And let's take a moment to discuss Jim Jones. The way he just learned about this because BAYBE. I'm shocked. Feel a word. Quiet. Can you really blame him? The woman who has been involved in drama for as long as we can recall is the last person seen with his own kid, who is missing out here. Now that people are talking on the streets and the internet is in disarray, the issue still stands. Where is Chrissy Lampkin's son? Furthermore, why is Brooke Bailey behaving as if she has a custody agreement that doesn't even exist? I assure you that this tea is quite hot. We're breaking it all down, so stay locked in. You see, even reality TV. Producers couldn't write a storyline for this kind of drama. This mess here, the entire industry is buzzing about it, and it's shocking and outrageous. Since the scenario with Chrissy Lampkin and Brooke Bailey has officially gone awry, let's start at the beginning. Chrissy Lampkin is someone we've all heard of, right? The woman who has been in the business for a long time. Much before half of these new reality stars ever realized what a camera crew was, is the original reality TV. Royalty, ride or die for Jim Jones. For years, she's been keeping things under control and avoiding trouble, but now, she's currently involved in something so messy and scandalous that people are talking about it more than ever. And where is this storm centered? That would be Brooke Bailey. Now, if you haven't heard of Brooke before, let me quickly remind you. A basketball-wise alum, socialite in the industry, and let's face it, a contentious queen. She has a history of conflict with almost everyone, both on and off screen, and let's just say she isn't exactly known for keeping to herself. And now, it is alleged that she held Chrissy's child hostage. Yes, you heard correctly. According to reports, Chrissy's own son, yes, her child, has been seen with Brooke, and Brooke isn't trying to return him. Let's take a moment to reflect, since I know you're wondering how Brooke got her hands on Chrissy's son in the first place. Excellent question. It would seem that this isn't just a case of bad babysitting or some "I was just watching him for a few days" scenario. No. This is something shadier, deeper, and just plain unsettling. Brooke is out there saying that she has a legal right to keep Chrissy's child, according to some very close sources. And when we say that, you know that we mean people who are really in the know. I'm sorry. What did you say? Yes, everyone. Brooke is acting like this kid is hers out here. The worst part is that Chrissy had absolutely no idea. She's out here having the time of her life 1 minute, and then her phone is exploding with messages, calls, and texts from individuals who claim to have seen her child with Brooke. Drama like this is what makes love and hip-hop seem like a peaceful family sitcom. We may be dealing with a case so crazy that the FBI may have to put in overtime if this is even partially accurate. It is absolutely insane that Brooke is supposedly out here alleging a baby swap while Chrissy's son is still missing. What about Mama Jones? Oh, it's going to escalate from messy to downright explosive when she gets involved. Nancy Jones doesn't mess around with family, so if she's calling it a setup, you can bet she'll be bringing evidence, threats, and a lot of yelling. A person is going to be exposed in the worst possible way if this gets to court, so let's talk about these covert DNA tests and hidden documents. Either Chrissy is going to discover something she never expected, or Brooke is revealing the biggest lie of the decade. Jim, too. Bro is locked in a real-life Maury episode with no way out, and he probably just wanted to enjoy his day. What are your thoughts? Does Brooke have hallucinations, or is this baby exchange story true? For the industry, this may be the most significant scandal ever. You haven't seen anything yet, darling, if you thought this was crazy before. Because right now, records have leaked. And believe me when I say that this is the kind of tea that can put people in jail, ruin reputations, and terminate careers. It appears that someone, whom we have yet to identify, has been holding on to official hospital documents that imply a suspicious event occurred on the day Chrissy gave birth. And these records They may even prove that Chrissy's baby was switched at birth, not merely support Brooke's allegations. The situation becomes much more complicated at this point because if this was an inside job, who benefited? Who was able to conceal this for years? And let's take a moment to discuss that former hospital worker. Because you can tell if they're coming forward right away that they're either trying to come clean and feeling bad, attempting to prevent this from becoming a full-fledged criminal case. You can bet that some individuals are going to start talking like canaries now that Chrissy has top-tier attorneys on the case. This is because nobody wants to be the one left in the dark when this blows up in court. But let's be honest, where is Chrissy's genuine child if this baby was indeed switched? And all this time, who has been raising them? You all, this went from being a mess to being very terrifying. And the manner in which this is developing. The worst kind of exposure is about to happen to someone. So fasten your seatbelts because what's the next twist in this tale? Oh, you're not prepared. Kimbella, baby, came in swinging. She went online and began dropping receipts as soon as she learned about this situation. Furthermore, she is blatantly expressing her support for Teen Brooke. In a lengthy and cryptic tweet, she discussed how karma always spins the block and joked that someone finally got a taste of their own medicine. Like, ma'am? She will not let this moment slide. Let's be completely honest, though, Kimbella's role. This scenario just became 10 times worse because of that. Because now it's being said that this is payback and not just about the baby. For example, is Brooke genuinely defending her child? Or is she merely a pawn in a long-running revenge scheme? Not to mention the most important question, who is paying Brooke to do this? Because these bank statements, listen, they are quite suspicious. We are discussing untraceable money transfers, deposits from offshore accounts, and mysterious wire transactions. And you know what? A high-ranking official was recently caught paying Brooke's attorney. Baby, take down CHRISSY, but who is it? Not to be overlooked is Jim Jones. Because is he prepared to throw hands, as I told you? This man was furious when he went live. I ain't never been no sucker, and I'm not about to start now, he says. Then what? He blatantly threatened to reveal every naughty secret if his family's name kept being used. The industry as a whole is now in ruins. Celebrities are taking sides. Secrets are being revealed. And now, the legal proceedings have not even begun yet. Yale, this is a full-blown war, not just drama. Sweetheart, a nuclear bomb was just dropped by Jim Jones. I told you that this man did not hold back when he went live. Whoa. He exposed all of Brooke's lies, called her out by name, and even alluded to the fact that there are more people involved in this disaster than we realize. And the tone of his voice? Oh, he's out for blood, not just angry. Because Jim isn't merely accusing her of being a scammer. This was an he straight he stated bluntly. And the receipts he pulled, baby, horrifying. He also claimed that this had been covered up for years by a high-ranking official in the medical field. And now, he is prepared to reveal everything. However, just when you thought there was no more outrageous drama to come, Brooke's home was just raided by the FBI. Yes, a complete federal investigation followed from CLEBRIT. With search warrants in hand, agents arrived at her mansion, seized equipment, and began going through her financial data. You know what they discovered? Money trails, privacy in transactions, assets that are not registered. And this is being devoured by the internet, darling. #cancel Brooke is on the rise. People are clamoring for Brooke to be locked up, seeking justice for Chrissy, and dragging her in all directions. Then suddenly, there was a new twist. In the midst of all of this mayhem, Brooke simply vanished. According to her attorneys, they lost contact with her. She hasn't been seen or contacted in more than 48 hours. She turned off her phone. Deleted on her social media accounts. Unknown is her last known location. And the rumors are crazy, darling. She is believed by some to be on the run. Some believe she is protected as a witness, and a few, they believe she was kept silent. And right now, the most important question is still, who knew? Because BABI, who is the genius if Brooke was only a piece of the puzzle. And believe me, when that name appears, never will the industry be the same again. Whoa, she was a phony, he said, claimed that she has been involved in dubious activities since day one. Then, he dropped them, the receipts, Screenshots, private emails, and money transfers. Everything. Seemingly because Brooke wasn't the only one. They helped her. And dear, the names on this list will astound you. Then the actual bomb detonates. Because there was fresh evidence just when we thought we understood everything. And you all. Perhaps her real name isn't Brooke Bailey at all. Because according to recent court filings, Brooke has been using phony identities for years. Seemingly too, she was no stranger to stealing infants. Ever since 2012, she was connected to yet another child disappearance case. And when I tell you that this is likely to turn into a criminal trial, my dear, whoa. The federal agents are currently en route. Indeed, precisely. Because after weeks of speculation, the FBI has officially confirmed an investigation. Bank information has been seized. Phone records have been recovered. They even have secret surveillance footage. And you all, this case now involves more than just the custody battle. On a national scale, this is scandalous. And dear, there will be a jail sentence for someone. Finally, the most unexpected turn. Because just when we thought this story was over, a woman who has not been named came forward just now. And dear, she claims to be the biological mother. Indeed, just now, a fresh woman entered the discussion. In addition, she claims that the child is not owned by Chrissy or Brooke. All right, so now, the most crucial question needs to be asked. Who is this child's real obanier? Then, just when we think we may soon have answers, all of a sudden, the legal case takes a surprising turn. Because, you know what? Brooke just quit the country, indeed. Right before she appeared in court, sis vanished. Not even a stamp on a passport. No flight records. Nothing. You know, the police are rushing. Because this is no longer just a custody problem. This global manhunt is in full swing. The FBI, Interpol, and even private investigators are currently after her. And when we think there is no way this case could become much wilder, we see an new video. Moreover, baby, it isn't working. Indeed, Brooke recently confessed to everything on a secret tape. Let's just say, people are going nuts on the internet. In this video, since Brooke admits that she was aware the baby wasn't hers, she acknowledges fabricating court documents. Worst of all, according to her, she was promised money in return for keeping the child. This is an insane case, everyone. And now, overall, the entertainment industry is in poor shape. Because we're talking about more than just a complex reality TV story anymore. The nature of this group is criminal. And now, further celebrities are being investigated by the federal government, seemingly because there are other people participating than Brooke. More people are taking part. When am I going to tell you? Coming is the fall of so and big namies. That's where we stop it. And, sweetheart, what, eh? Ride. This is an insane story that is far from being completed. Now, I have a question for you all. Who do you truly think is in charge of this whole safety QP? To ensure you don't miss the next wild update, trust me, it's going to get much more crazy. Please leave a comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you at the next one, so keep an eye out.